According to Sports Pro, Caitlin Clark is the fourth most marketable athlete in the world. Yeah, not just female athlete, not just in the United States, but in the entire world.
Did you notice what Caitlin Clark just did? She didn't simply sign a contract. She changed the rules of endorsements. Clark's new $13 billion partnership isn't just significant, it's revolutionary. But this is where things start to get really interesting as Clark makes significant movements. You won't believe how some WNBA players are responding to this arrangement that could change the game. Stay tuned as we delve into the drama, which includes A.A. Wilson's response that is pending. Women's basketball, how in what way? What does she sell out tens of thousands of Wilson basketballs in 40 minutes? I mean, what has A'ja Wilson done to say that she is worth every penny and then some? Wilson and Hy-Vee have partnered to release Caitlin Clark basketballs in vivid purple and yellow. The Dreamer and Tribute editions will be arriving in time for the holidays, making them the ideal present for fans. This innovative partnership, along with eye-catching advertisements, has everyone talking.
How? In what way? What does she sell out tens of thousands of Wilson basketballs in 40 minutes? I mean, what has A'ja Wilson done to say that she is worth every penny and then some?
Wilson's ability to spot talent is demonstrated by this $13 billion partnership. While Nike made a mistake, Wilson made a daring, game-changing decision when he recognized Caitlin Clark's potential early on. Let's go back to the moment when Wilson signed Clark. It was a brilliant move.
Here, they just had this going. This is the Hy-Vee Instagram account. Again, Wilson, Caitlin Clark, really smart, very cool video, lots of smiling faces.
Wilson's acquisition of Caitlin Clark is a game share. They took a huge risk by doing something they had only ever done once with Michael Jordan himself as soon as the agreement was announced. Social media went crazy, and everyone was talking about it. Women's sports had recently been transformed by Wilson.
Clark just did something nobody has done since Michael Jordan. Wilson Sporting Goods signed the WNBA star to a multi-year deal. She's the first female athlete to have her own collection with Wilson, and it will be built similar to Jordan's collection in the 1980s that included those signature basketballs.
After that, Clark's first basketball was released. What happened next was that it sold out in a matter of minutes, meaning that tens of thousands of basketballs were gone in an instant. This is historic. After Michael Jordan, Caitlin Clark is now just the second athlete in history to own a Wilson basketball.
Only athlete to have a signature basketball with Wilson other than Michael freaking Jordan. Wilson's head of global partnership said, "We haven't done a deal of this magnitude since we did one with Michael Jordan 30 to 40 years ago."
Doing more, what is the significance of this seismic shift for women's sports companies' perceptions of female athletes, their marketing strategies to sports fans, and their appreciation of women's sports in general are all changing? In addition to altering the game on the court, Clark is also altering it in boardrooms and marketing conferences across the sports sector.
I don't know that I can name an athlete in recent memory that is sold at this level. And there's the key, folks. Caitlin Clark moves products. Caitlin Clark moves merchandise. And here's what I was talking about too. They mentioned it here. Where in September, Wilson dropped the first Clark-inspired basketball. It sold out in under 40 minutes. Tens of thousands of basketballs snapped up almost instantly.
This Wilson transaction is only the first step. Wilson and Clark are about to push things to the next level, and their influence on women's sports will be profoundly passive. Are you prepared to watch what occurs next? With a $13 billion alliance, Caitlin Clark recently made a significant move. But here's the twist. Instead of signing a personal contract, she got Wilson and Hy-Vee, the Midwest supermarket giant, together to append women's sports.
And shout out to Wilson. I think we all really appreciate what Wilson has done. They seem to be the only business, the only entity that has taken Caitlin Clark at face value for what and who she is and the opportunities that can bring. Fully, completely embraced her, been great with their marketing. Product drops, I mean, I don't even know how many different basketballs now, but they've made multiple product drops with, limited quantity, I guess you could say. They're sold out right away. They keep doing more.
You might be thinking of a chain of supermarkets, but Hy-Vee isn't your typical business. They're a retail powerhouse that is focusing all of their effort on Caitlin Clark, and they're not merely putting her name on a cereal box. Instead, they're developing something completely original and
available.
Apparently all of her basketballs or collabs that she's done
Yeah.
sold out pretty quick.
This is when the exciting part begins. Guess who's back in the mix? As Hy releases unique limited edition basketballs, these balls are being referred to as the Clark Dreams. And tribute Wilson basketballs, since they resemble Clark off the court. Wilson and Hy are building a super team of sorts.
See here, Caitlin Clark lands $13 billion brand collab as WNBA stars bond with Wilson grows deeper. And that's the cool part, man. Shout out to Wilson.
However, why is this such a significant issue? It's about what it means for women's sports marketing going forward. This type of cooperation is revolutionary and is establishing a new benchmark for how female athletes collaborate with big businesses. Remember, they have been there for Caitlin Clark at every turn, demonstrating their dedication to her path. Since the beginning, you may recall their donation to the Caitlin Clark Foundation during her time in Iowa.
Is a collaboration with supermarket chain Hy-Vee. They rake in more than $13 billion annually. Huge company, just in time for the
Addition to signing a contract, Clark is assisting in the creation of goods that share her narrative. Wilson claims that every ball symbolizes a different phase of Clark's journey, from her time at Iowa to her rise to fame in the WNBA. It makes sense because developing a brand is more important than marketing. She was ranked as the 4th most marketable athlete in the world by Sport Pro.
And what this is Hy-Vee has announced an exclusive, yeah, that's right, an exclusive drop of Caitlin Clark's Dreamer and Tribute Wilson basketballs. Very cool. Big deal. Good job, Wilson. You know, they probably went and put this together. I mean, maybe Hy-Vee contacted Caitlin Clark first, but you know, this is probably something, the type of thing